Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to Fly Like an Eagle podcast right here on Seapunk Sports, Pennsylvania. I'm here with my guys, man, James Scorza, Joe Marks, the host of Passion App Sports Show on the Hardcore Sports Network, and also the co-host of This Week in Flyers Hockey. So how you guys doing, man?
I'm fired up. I'm so fired up. I'm like today's only Friday. I gotta contain myself until Sunday night.
Uh-huh. Yeah. James, what about you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. Holding up for the most part. Not a good week, obviously, for me because I been dealing with flu, with the family having the flu and all that. But hey, we got something that we got a jam-packed show for you guys here today. Hopefully, some positivity too. But guys, I mean, I'll tell you how I feel about it. Like as we go on and on with the show, I might kind of sound like don't want to sound like I'm Eddie the Mush from Brock's Tale, but I'm kind of a little skeptical about that Kevin Patullo guy.
Yep, I feel you, man. I feel you.
This is a freaking jinx.
Mush.
Eddie
So,
Kevin the Mush, don't screw up this weekend, Kevin. Please.
no,
Do your
let's
job.
not do that. There we go. What is up? James, you want to read what your father said?
Yeah, it says go Birds and let's get this party started. Or like great or like what John Russell would say, Philadelphia Eagles football is on the air.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
love it. I miss John Russell too.
I
It's a
kind of
shame.
want to put the last game to a side because it's the last game we did not play with starters. I know I'm still mad at Sirianni. I don't know
Yep.
about how you guys
I'm,
are.
I'm pretty damn annoyed about it too, gonna admit.
Yeah.
Well,
Joe,
well, I'm gonna say this: if John Harbaugh and I still think there's a couple different coaches that are going to get fired this year,
Hmm.
and a lot of coaches you wouldn't think there's gonna be new faces around the league.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm
Similar
still
to
trying to.
last year too.
Yeah, I'm still trying to catch up with like the new faces in Seattle and
Oh yeah.
Jacksonville. Like I'm like, who the hell are their coaches? Like I'm not paying attention to Seattle or Jacksonville, but yet they're in the playoffs. But see,
Whoa.
John Harbaugh was the recent headline coach to get canned by the
Mhm.
Ravens after
Yeah.
being with the Ravens for over 9 years. I think guys like McDermott, I think guys like McVay, I
Mm.
think guys like Mike Tomlin, I think they're all on the hot seat this this
Mm.
this weekend.
Mm.
And I honestly and I know that there's a lot of people saying that LaFleur in Green Bay is on the hot seat. There's a lot of smoke on that camp. But here's what I got to say to that. Like, unless you bring in a guy who can fix Jordan Love, because there's something wrong with Jordan Love. He had
Mm.
he has the potential to be good. I just don't think he's got the right coach in his ear. This is where like a guy like Stefanski might do well in Green Bay if that were to happen. But I got a little shot off the bow a little bit that I have to get off my chest there, Mitch.
Go for it.
Um,
And
so
how about it?
AK was on the show last week, and me and
Mhm.
AK got into it, and I apologize, everyone, if either me or AK's debate made all of you guys ears bleed. But for what it's worth, I felt like we both made really valid points. But I have to disagree with AK vehemently on this. And
Mm.
it's not even my disagreement to be had. I will give credit where credit is due. A friend of mine who's a Niners fan,
Mm.
we were watching the Commanders game last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so what do you think about us facing your guys? I mean, I said to him the same thing I said to you guys. I'm like, you got your team walk coasted on in with the easiest schedule in the league. And he got all up in arms like, no, that's not true. And I'm like, okay, relax, calm down. I was just it says it's one of the easiest schedules. Yeah, one. It's not the easiest. The easiest was the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Now, I go
Definitely.
back to what AK said. Drake May, I take nothing away from the guy. He's a talented quarterback. But we've seen this story before.
Mm.
Jaden Daniels, we've seen Vince Young, we've seen this story, RG3. We've seen this story before. And the thing that I kind of take umbrage is AK said on last week's show that if we get to the Super Bowl and we end up facing the Patriots, we're going to get smoked. And I got something to say to that. Absolutely not. Because this is a paper tiger if there ever was one. And right now, I see from this point, and I know Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni still have to get their heads out of their asses. But with this skill set, this talent on this roster, tell me what team in the league right now is as talented from top to bottom as the Eagles. Because it's difficult for me to be able to point out. You could go to Seattle, you could go to LA, you can go to some of the places where they get close with their roster. And my thing is sometimes in the playoffs, talent wins out. And this weekend, that will be true in spades.
Well, you're right about that, Joe. Because the confidence, I'll tell you right now, I think it's wide open for the Eagles, obviously too. I think that's probably one of the things that I say too. And I think the other thing that's the one thing that sticks out to me the most is that there isn't a team out there that I look at that will be a threat. I mean, it's basically okay. Sure, you got Drake May, like you said, with the Patriots. Then you got Denver with Bo Nix. I mean, Bo Nix is like I said, he's still trying to find out his footing. And
well, look what the Eagles did to quarterback darlings, 1 year quarterback darlings in the NFL. Right. The last 2 years.
Brock Purdy's an example of that too in the championship.
Brock Purdy, Jaden Daniels, like both in the championship game. We made them both look small, and they were the darlings of this league in that year.
Right.
So, Drake May wants to come here, and we'll do like Kendrick Lamar. We'll kill Drake.
Damn.
I was gonna say, wish you could just say as a Seinfeld reference and just say, I hate the Drake. I mean, you went completely haywire on that.
So, Joe, you brought up that who can beat this team from talent wise, top to bottom, and I'm gonna answer that right now.
Yeah,
themselves. The Philadelphia Eagles are the only team that can beat themselves with the coaching,
100%.
Injury. That's it.
100%. 100%
for them.
100%.
Kind of Jake Elliott too with the missed field goals.
Jake Elliott, I don't know about Elliott because again the playoffs he's a different animal, but I guess the other thing too is kind of concerning last year in that snow game that he missed a couple field goals here and there.
But James, I mentioned this a couple times on Patterson M Sports Show with you. If the Eagles don't create these stupid penalties on their own, like
that's
whether it's free snap or whatnot, if they can mitigate how much stupid penalties they have, this team, you give them an advantage, even more of an advantage than they are. Because, Mitch, like you're saying, if they're not creating stupid penalties to shoot themselves in the foot, then they're not beating themselves.
Well,
for me,
go ahead.
Go, James. No, you go.
You sure? I mean,
I'll
wait. Yeah, I'll wait.
No, you go.
Okay. No, you hang up. No, but that's the thing, Joe. I mean, the undisciplined penalties are going to be like. The only reason why the Eagles will lose this game, it's not because of Purdy, it's not because of McCaffrey, not because of Jawan Jennings or somebody like that. Basically, it's going to come down to one thing. The Eagles are going to beat. If the Eagles lose this game, it's going to be the Eagles beating them. It's going to be, like you said last week on the show, the only reason why the Eagles will lose this game is that the Eagles beat themselves. Like my dad said exactly my point was. I was just going to say, is that the only enemy to the Eagles is the Eagles. And that's the thing. I mean, if they play uncharacteristic football with undisciplined penalties again, and also like basically Kevin Patullo has his head out, like doesn't have like good play calls. I mean, that's what's going to come down to, honestly. I mean, it's going to be just, I mean, it shouldn't be this close. Obviously, the defense is struggling. They don't got not Bobby Wagner, Fred Warner. I mean, they don't got they got. I mean, this could be easily something for Kevin Patullo to look like and say, okay, this is a get right game. Like the
no Nick Bosa, no Fred Warner. This is a team. This is a defense. Now, regardless of what we want to say about the Eagles, that it's been really bad on third down, that the Niners have given up the most third down conversions in the league this season.
Correct.
So you got to understand something. Missing a Nick Bosa and a Fred Warner. Someone said this on WIP this morning, and I agree with it. Missing a Nick Bosa and a Fred Warner is like us missing a Quinyon Mitchell and a Jalen Carter. Like
Or more like Zach Bond. It'll be like Zach Bond and it'll be Zach Bond.
Jalen Carter. Yeah.
Jalen Carter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. With Jordan Davis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So for me, right, and I keep on bringing this up, not time and time again. I'm afraid of Kevin Patullo. I'm afraid of what he's gonna do.
Same here.
That's the only thing. It's like that thing you're trying to get over, but you can't get it over.
You know what? You know what I'm cheering for, though, Mitch? Of course, I'm cheering for the Eagles to win. Of course, I'm cheering for the Eagles to win a Super Bowl, right?
Right.
But if the Eagles win a Super Bowl, you know what that usually means?
The
offensive coordinator goes bye-bye. Like, go bye-bye.
Well, honestly, either way, if we lose, he's still gone. So if we win, he's still gone. So either way, he's gone.
I don't mean to sound like the elephant in the room, but I think he might be coming back if he wins a Super Bowl. Because I know. Believe me, I hate him more than guts tell you about colds and flus. But or dust in the air or dust in the wind, like from Candace would say.
James, I don't have sight. I don't have sight.
I understand that.
I just got the new Madden, and I play defense only because I can be the play caller. Okay. So I call the plays and the computer runs it for me. Okay. So I only do defense because offense, you actually have to run the plays.
Sure.
So here's my thing. I can call plays and be successful. Why can't, and I don't have sight. What's Kevin Patullo's excuse? Because I
see nothing. I know nothing.
I am beyond with this guy. And look, there was a guy. Now I don't know if this is true, and I don't even know if he to do this. But I'm gonna raise the question with you guys. Kevin Stefanski is a local guy. Okay, he's also a guy that just got released.
His father was Ed Stefanski, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I thought so.
So he's a kind of a local guy. Now here's the thing. He just got fired from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's an offensive kind of, I won't go as far as to say guru, but he's an offensive good guy. He knows what he's doing. Let's take it not from James's point of view. Let's take it from Mitch's point of view, because James's point of view is going to make my head hurt. From Mitch's point of view, Kevin Patullo is gone. Either way, Kevin Patullo is gone either way, right? So, would you guys hire Stefanski to be the new OC?
Sure.
You know who I want? Harbaugh.
He's not an offensive guy.
I know. Can we turn him into an offensive guy?
No. He's gonna call Max Blitz and it's first down. Like what
I know. That'd be funny.
Well,
that would be so funny. But
here's the one thing the Eagles should do. Here's the thing the Eagles should do here. You know what they did with Vic Fangio, and they brought him in, and they basically said that Fangio's going to be here for a while. We got to do the same thing on offense. We got to bring back Frank Reich. It's kind of the same. It's the same thing I would say. It's just like, okay, you did it with Fangio with the defensive side. Now it's like, okay, you could do that with Frank Reich. And the best thing about it, too, with Frank Reich, he'll stick around for a little bit because nobody will be trying to hire him.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know how much of Frank Reich's reign here was as much of him.
You thought it was Doug more than
I know he's not coming to Philly, Mr. Scorza. I know that. I said, can I dream?
Marble?
Yeah.
Well, you can. You can dream, but the sky's still blue.
Matty B, though, because he wants him right away. Matty B was like saying, get him in here ASAP. It's like, okay, so what are we doing here?
Yeah, look, I think Stefanski's the better choice. I also think that if a guy like LaFleur gets canned, that's probably a choice. I'm just saying anything's better
If he's having a
then-
beef with Jordan Love, I can't imagine what it'd be like with Jalen Hurts here. I mean,
but
maybe
he's not
it's
the boss. He's not the boss.
yeah, that's true. That's true. I would just say right now, I would think, and the other thing too, here's the other thing too. If you bring in Cliff Kingsbury, it's another Kellen Moore situation. He might be gone in a couple years or a year or two.
Yeah, he might run away to Trinidad again.
Right.
He might run away to like a foreign country just to hide from the NFL. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
he'll Jonathan Gannon us again. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but
Yeah.
by the way, hallelujah that the Cardinals woke the hell up and
I was
fired that dude's ass.
Buddy, I thought about you all week when I saw that shit.
Go
So-
Birds! Suck it, Gannon.
I'm gonna keep on saying this. I hate bringing people back into the organization. I've always have, and I always will. Remember, I didn't want Brandon Graham back.
That's true.
I don't like them coming back. I'm like, we're done. Keep them aside. Just go.
Yeah.
We had your time here.
but Mitch,
Good.
but
Now
the thing,
go.
But the
but
Brandon
the-
Graham thing hasn't blown up in our face, really.
right?
It really
It
hasn't.
hasn't. It hasn't. But I'm just saying, the only thing I'm afraid of with Brandon Graham, if we don't win the Super Bowl, then what was all that for?
So you know
Money.
what, Mitch? You
ain't
say
lying.
you don't want to bring people back. I got a completely off the wall offensive coordinator candidate for you guys. You ready?
Hmm.
Who?
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 Bring Jason Kelsey here.
Oh God.
OC.
Oh, God.
Like that would be amazing.
I love Jason.
I-
I
I
love
love him
Jason.
too, but he's more into media stuff. I don't know if he'll really want to come
no,
back.
Brian,
Well,
well, not
he
not
knows
Brian
his
Dawkins.
stuff.
at the
He
defensive
knows
side.
his stuff.
yeah.
I know he does. I mean, I don't have a problem with Kelsey. It's like I don't know. You think Kelsey will put boots to asses if things start to go to shit?
I think he'll.
There's only
fucking
one
yell
player
at
I
you,
would
and I think
consider
he'll-
bringing back. There's only one player I consider bringing back, and that's Nick Foles. That's the only player I'll consider
Maybe.
bringing back.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
One
know.
Super Bowl championship quarterback talking to another Super Bowl championship
Yeah.
quarterback. They'd have
Well,
a
you know
lot of
what?
common.
Maybe that's actually. I just thought about it right now. You ever see Nick Foles' podcast with his brother-in-law Evan Moore? He might
I heard of
actually.
it.
Yeah, he actually knows his shit about it, like offenses and stuff,
Uh-huh.
like schemes and Patullo's scheme. And I think, you know what? I'll be okay with Foles.
Well,
gonna make.
You know, here's the thing. So people don't always realize this. So when a guy before a guy is drafted, you go through. Obviously, we all
I
know
still
about
like
the
right
combine. You know, we all know they go through the combine, but they also go through an intelligence test. They also go through like a competency test.
Mhm.
And Andy Reid's the guy who drafted Nick Foles. People may
Mhm.
not remember that, but he's the one who drafted Nick Foles. The thing that Andy said when he first drafted Nick Foles, because Nick Foles wasn't like the top of the line quarterback to get,
Right.
Andy said he scored off the charts with this competency test. The guy is a smart dude. I want
is.
smart dudes on my team, and I don't disagree with him. Now, Mitch,
And he's a humble guy too. I mean, he would want the best out of you too.
I think if they got Nick Foles as their OC, I think he's the heir apparent to the head coaching position. I
You
think
know what? You know what? Hey, look, it's happening right now with the Flyers. Rick
Mhm.
Tocchet. Look how good Rick Tocchet's been. Same
Oh,
thing that could happen
did
with
you see that
Foles.
reel I made? James, did
No,
you see that?
I didn't see it yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Forgive me. I have been out of commission all week. I just.
No, you're good. I just sent it today.
Oh, okay. So
I just sent it today.
Was
so
that
you're all
was that
good.
from like last night? The Zegers
No,
play.
that was a couple nights ago.
Oh, yeah, what a
Zegras,
game he
had
had.
his second goal and it was a power play.
Oh man, it's a shame I missed this week at Flyers hockey this week because I said to myself, dude, I wanted to talk about that Goudier shit too, but
we'll get to it this Monday night. Tune
yeah,
in.
but I'm coming in
Yeah,
locked and
guys,
loaded, my
make
friend.
sure you, James. What do you guys talk about on Monday night? Just bring it up right now. You
Sure,
got it.
absolutely. So obviously, I was out of commission all week due to family being with the flu and personal reasons. But we're back at it again on Monday for this week at Flyers hockey. We'll talk about the Flyers' success so far. Flyers had a good game last night, though, but unfortunately, overtime got in the way and only giving up one goal. Can't always do it, but also we'll be back this week to talk about that game, the Ducks game, old-time hockey back at Philadelphia. Trevor Zegras is much better than Cutter Gauthier. He can go suck it. So tune in on 4 o'clock around this time on 4 p.m. on Monday for another edition of This Week of Flyers Hockey on Stream Puck Entertainment, Hardcore Sports Network, and let's get it.
Suck the duck, you fuck, Gauthier.
Really quick, before I forget,
is better.
this channel, Steampunk Sports PA, has been around for 1 year.
Wow.
So, guys, this channel has been made for 1 year. So that's actually kind of crazy. We'll talk more about
That's amazing, isn't it?
at the end of the show. We'll go more in depth.
And I'll give a plug too, because not this Saturday, but next Saturday, Patterson Ave Sports Show will be back. And James, this is going to blow your mind and maybe Mitch's mind as well. We will be celebrating our 8th anniversary of our show.
That's crazy.
It's been 8 years?
8 years. 8 years, buddy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Why am I like?
Well, we went back to we started back in I started in May, but
me and the other guys started the divisional championship of that run to the Super Bowl in 2017-18.
Was that with those guys, or was that before that? Who was that with?
That was with Wildfire. Then we went to EOP.
Oh, okay. I already know with the EOP. That's all I know.
No, we started. We actually started at Wildfire. At a station up in Westville, and then we signed a contract with Al Safiri over at EOP. Probably like a year or a year and a half later after that. Yeah, during COVID, actually. Somewhere during COVID.
So shout out, to John Crichton. He was our director over there at Wildfire. He's the one that
brought us well, brother,
and gave us a chance. Yeah, absolutely.
Same thing with Frankie. Hope you're doing well, pal.
Not this Saturday, but next Saturday for our 8th anniversary show.
All right. With that being said, guys, this will be a perfect segue to get back to the Eagles. And let's talk about this game on Sunday against the 49ers. How do you guys feel about that? What's your confidence level from like 1 to 10? Joe, I'm going to start off with you, and then we'll go that way.
So I'm guessing 10 means very excited. So
yes.
I'm going to go like 9.5. Like,
okay.
I am so jacked up because I keep hearing so many things that fall in our favor. Okay. The thing, I keep bringing this up. So, there's some douchebag on WIP that keeps asking the question to all the callers. What do the Eagles do well? Well, here's your answer. Red zone efficiency. They are tops in the league at 70%, the Eagles are, in red zone efficiency. Far and away the better team in red zone than most in the NFL. That means you score points once you get inside the opponent's 20. This defense for the Niners cannot hold this offense back, even with Kevin Patullo as the OC. This is where I think guys like Saquon Barkley, and here's another little tidbit that I've found out. The 49ers defense has given up 99 receptions with over 15 touchdowns to opposing tight ends. What player on our offense is leading the team in touchdowns, in receiving touchdowns? Oh, Dallas Goedert. That's right. So that red zone efficiency goes up because Dallas Goedert is going to catch anything caught thrown in the end zone. So I have this game is going to be entertainment personified. Plus, please let this happen. I hope the Eagles come out in all black unis because the Niners came out in black unis 2 years ago. Look, I forgive. I don't forget. I don't care.
That's why I'm wearing black today, bud.
Understand. I don't forget. Y'all wanted to come into our house in all black and have a funeral march on our turf, and we're successful at it at the time. Well, guess what? Super Bowl's in Santa Clara this year, boys, and y'all ain't invited because we're sending you packing early.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. In the
I have a question, Joe. Am I invited?
Of course.
Of course.
Okay, good.
course.
That's all I care about. I want to be invited. So,
I guess
James,
I
what is
The
What's your
party don't
confidence?
start until Mitch walks in.
so Quinette
yeah, you're like
Mitchell?
Norm from
So
Cheers.
wait, Quinette Mitchell? Are we talking
Well,
about him or Mitch Cobb?
It doesn't matter. Either
Okay.
Kudos to Mitch got playing pretty well too, late as a lately too.
That's late night. Yeah. So James, what is your confidence level?
Well, I feel confident about the defense. Not gonna lie to you, I think that's how I feel about the most part. I just don't feel confident about Kevin Patullo, though. I did a podcast during the week just to get my mind off of it, just like me going off on the Patullo thing, and I said the thing that Patullo has to do this week. He doesn't have to be aggressive. He doesn't have to be even like trying to be cute. He just has to find a way to have a balanced offense. I mean, he has the receivers. He's got AJ. He's got Devontae. He's got, like you said, Joey, and Dallas Goedert. He's got Saquon. He's got Tank Bigsby. He's got all these players. He's got all these toys he can play with. Now he has to find a way to do that kind of stuff to try to that's what I worry about. I worry about Patullo, that the pressure is so on for him that he has to make like a miracle play. I was watching something last night. I think it was like Super Bowl 37 when it was the Rams and the Titans. And I remember when there was a time like the Rams were the best team at football, and this was like Dick Vermeil's type of team.
Greatest show on turf.
Great show on turf. And it was a great game. And I said to myself maybe Dick Vermeil needs to give Kevin Patullo a little bit of pointers without crying, saying, okay, this is what you have to do to get this team to get where you need to go. But obviously, back to the Eagles here for 1 second. I'm not worried about that defense. That defense is a Super Bowl caliber type of defense. This is like 85 Bears territory, Buddy Ryan 46 defense here. I worry about if Kevin Patullo, although I had a visualize of a time last year when the Eagles were coming into the season, and you know how much I love the word possum, and they came out on the opening kickoff, fumbled the Packers. 2 minutes later, they scored a touchdown, and just like that, 7-0, they set it the tone. That's what has to happen this week. I want to see a peanut punch of Christian McCaffrey running the football either the first time or the second time, and Zappone punches it out, and the Eagles I know how you feel about the possum thing because it's the year of the possum. I can't help it. I can't stifle
Well, Mitch, I gotta let you in on the joke. So there was a conversation that this past Saturday there was a conversation we had, and it's kind of a bet, but I don't care. So
sure.
I said to James, you've been saying playing this possum thing for the last 2 or 3 months. Okay. Either the possum's dead or it's gonna come alive like the gremlins. Okay. So here's what I said to James. I said, listen, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, the whole thing, I am getting someone to design. I'm going to figure out how to design a design where it's a possum with an Eagles head on it. And it's going to say, fly Eagles, fly champions. and I'm going to give it to James. And the challenge for James is he has to wear it on the show that week that he gets it.
I'm good with that. I'll be good with that.
Because
I think that's fair.
I think it's fair too.
He's been saying this for the past 2 or 3 months. And I'm like, is the possum dead or alive? Well,
you know what? I probably have to buy a stuffed animal possum and be like, oh, like the Groundhog Day.
Bill Murray. Don't encourage me. Don't encourage me.
No, I'm not. No, it's. I actually, believe it or not, I got a microphone downstairs. I could just be like Bill Murray, and then I'm like, well, it's Groundhog Day, and the possum's right next to me. It's Groundhog Day again.
What I would do is I get like an eagle, like a stuffed, swoop eagle.
Yeah.
And then I get like a stuffed possum. I rip the head off the possum, rip the head off the swoop, and have my wife sew it together and just give it to you. There you go.
All right. So, James, what is your
confidence? We just got
confidence?
into a different territory with that.
I know, right?
So, James, what is your confidence level? Your dad goes with an 8, and Bruce in the chat goes with a 9.
I guess it's like a 7 or 8.
7?
I'll give it like 7.
I gotta say this. This is not my
I know.
ranking. I gotta go 6-7. That's not my ranking.
I had a feeling
just had to
do
that. And he took off his headphones.
He took his headset off. He took his headphone.
So
took my
for
headset
me-
off. Strike me down.
I have my 5-year-old daughter doing 6-7. It's
Well-
not bad enough to have a 5-year-old daughter just run around your house going 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. It's
Well,
like
they're-
8, 9, 10.
Well, you know what? You know what's funny too? Even the song, the Sixers jingle, it's actually 10-9-8-70 Sixers, not 10-9-8-6-7 Sixers.
All right, so for me, right,
Thank God for
my
that.
confidence level. So Joe's going with the
7.5.
9.5. James is going with the 7 or 8. I'm going with the 7 or 8 as well. And here's my reasoning for it. Offensive line, right? Lane Johnson is coming back. This is his first game in matter of months. I feel confident with Lane Johnson. Whenever he's in the game, the Eagles play so much better, and the Eagles go up tenfold. The second thing, right, it's Jalen Hurts. I can't have him throw 0 yards again in the second half. That's can't
right.
happen, right? If that honestly happens again, I'm going to lose my crap. I'm going to lose my stuff if he does that again. In 3, it comes down to Kevin Patullo. It comes down to Kevin Patullo. If this is his last game coaching or not, I don't want to see run up the middle, deep ball to A.J. Brown, and run up the middle, and punt the ball. I don't want to see that. I want to see flair.
I don't want to hear 3 and out. I don't want to hear 3 and out. Merrill Reese would say the Eagles have to punt again, because I remember a couple weeks ago when the Eagles were starting to struggle. I was actually starting to have a drinking game and say who can go the longest without Merrill will say 3 and out without saying. I mean 3 and out obviously on the offensive side, not on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep. So
it's been that kind of a season, but hopefully it can all change on Sunday though.
So Eileen is going with the 5.5. They have to show me a touchdown after touchdown. That is a good point. Because the Eagles start off hot, like in the first quarter, and then they fall off.
She's
kind of fall off. So I'm with Eileen there.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
She makes a valid point.
Here's my question. So, and this is to you too, Eileen. So, because I want you to kind of, you brought up a valid point, so I'm just, putting an exclamation point on it. What's the points? What do you think the Eagles have to score offense in order for the Niners to not have a chance in this game? I heard 20 earlier in the day. I heard 20 from somebody earlier in the day. My question, for me, if they score 20, the game's over. The Eagles won. Like, there's no way the Niners score 20 points on this defense.
She says, I surely don't want to hide my eyes as I've been doing. Basically, she's basically saying hopefully a better outcome.
Well, I agree. Look, but here's the one thing we can all hang our hat on. Regular season is regular season. Okay.
Sure.
This is a whole new season, whole new ball game. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts and the whole offense can play with their hair on fire. This has nothing to do with flipping a switch. But this is a point where there is no tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm with you, Eileen. Like, they have to prove that their offense can keep the flow going.
32. She's 32. She's 32 points too.
30. Whoa. Okay. She wants a lot. Okay, and that's fair. I mean, but Mitch? What's the points you think the Eagles score and the Niners don't have a chance?
I'm gonna go with 24.
Same.
I think 24 will be the perfect number. Not 6-7. It's going to be 24.
If they score 67 points, the Eagles, like the Niners might walk back to San Francisco.
Well, let's hope it's not
hold on. Yeah, what if the Eagles win 6-7?
That's what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. 7-6.
Actually, it would be 7-6, but okay.
Well, the offense is the offense is struggling, and gonna admit it too. I think it's. I mean,
so Bruce is going with the Eagles 31-17.
Wow.
I think that's good. I like that. That's pretty fair. That's more than perfect because the offensive side, we didn't even talk about the offense side of the ball for the 49ers. Look, Christian McCaffrey, if he's
Yeah.
healthy, he's the best damn player, best damn running back in football.
Absolutely.
Brock Purdy, he's one of the most consistent quarterbacks on the field in the NFL. George Kittle. Which George Kittle are we going to get? Yes, they're missing IU, they're missing some wide receivers, but George Kittle.
Let me ask you guys this though, really, because you just said Christian McCaffrey's like when healthy is the best. I gotta ask, if you start a team today, right, and you have a choice between Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley, who are you picking? Because that's the thing. At any given Sunday, Saquon Barkley can go off because we've seen it. Now, I'm not saying Christian McCaffrey can't. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. Is that we can evaluate Christian McCaffrey as being one of the elite running backs in the league, but we can't disqualify our running back from also being one of the more elite running backs in the league.
Well, I'll tell you this right now, as a Georgia Bulldog fan, if anybody's listening right now, in the words of Vern Marcus would say, Jauan Jennings. So, obviously, if you haven't noticed, back in 2016, a guy by the name of Jauan Jennings, who's also with the 49ers, actually gave a Hail Mary to the Bulldogs and basically gave the season that the Bulldogs basically were out of contention, and basically Jauan Jennings scored the game-winning touchdown against my Bulldogs. Kudos to Carson Beck still. But by the way, before anything else, that's my key, the factor of the game. I can't stand Jauan Jennings. Like, you have a beef with Carson Beck, Joey. I have a beef with Jauan Jennings. Not because, look, I love Tennessee. It's a great club over there. But that game, I remember watching that game. I was like, damn, that Jauan Jennings guy is a pretty good player. But unfortunately, it's either that was Amari Cooper with Alabama or Jauan Jennings with Tennessee. But the other thing, too, is that you're right about the running attack, though, Joey. I do agree with you on that, is that if it's Saquon Barkley or Christian McCaffrey, the George Kittle thing, it's going to be like hit and miss because I don't know which one is going to show up and show out because he's been dealing with so many injuries on that front. The positive is that the Eagles could score points on that 49ers defense because they're out without Fred Warner and without Nick Bosa. So that has to tell you that should be an advantage for the Eagles here. Hopefully it does. It should be a little bit close, but I can see them still win this game.
Bear in mind that there's nothing set in stone yet that Trent Williams is going to be playing in this game. And even if he does for the Niners, he's not going to be 100%. That means that whoever's coming off that edge on that side is going to have an advantage, whether that's Jalix Hunt or whether that's Malone Smith or even if that's Jordan Davis slipping down. That's the difference, is that this Niners team, we could sit there and say they have Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
But when you get the Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and Jauan Jennings, those are all those three names have question marks next to them.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Whereas A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley, those guys don't have question marks on them, but Kevin Patullo has a huge question mark, like Riddler-sized question mark.
So, Joe, I'm glad you mentioned Patullo. Bruce said, Joe, I feel you make a good point about CMC, as he is good, but I feel we have a better line, and Patullo will call a top game. And Bruce has been nailing a lot of predictions as of late. So shout out to Bruce, man. Shout out to Bruce. And he also goes, Joe, I feel maybe the game could be closer than 31-17, but I feel we would still win. He's going to the game.
Sweet.
Yeah, Bruce is going to the game on Sunday.
How about that?
So his first game ever, might I add.
Wow.
Nice.
Good game.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, buddy, Bruce, I'll tell you this right now. Coming from a guy that went to an NFC divisional round and championship game back in 2017, first time I ever went there as an Eagles fan and a playoff experience, it's a different breed. It will be a great atmosphere. It's also, the crowd will be jumping, obviously, so make a lot of noise. chant the fight song and say EAGOES until we're blue in the face.
So,
And have a good time, man. Hopefully we get us a good W and then run it back next week. Hopefully that the Packers beat who do they play this week? Chicago, and then we'll see the Packers play the Eagles play Green Bay for another chance to win another chance to see another
the Packers
home
would
game.
play Seattle. The Packers.
Oh
would play
yeah,
Seattle.
that's right. That's right. We play.
We would face the winner of the Rams Carolina game.
Hey, you know what? Hey, if that's the case, that's another playoff. That's another home game for us.
So
we'll play
the game I've been
or
to
LA.
that I would never forget is I went to the 4th and 26.
Oh, that's
Wow.
a great game. That's a
I
great
was at that
game.
game where I caught the ball, Freddie Mitchell. I
Sweet.
caught the ball, and so it's like, of course,
I like to thank my
damn
hands.
ball.
I like to thank the Lord for my hands.
yeah. So Bruce goes,
Oh,
"Mitch,
yeah,
I
it's-
can't believe how lucky I am to go. I'm going to make my Saquon. Yeah, he's gonna wear a Saquon Barkley jersey too. He got for
My
Christmas.
man. My man, that's
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome stuff. Yeah, my dad says it's best here too because he went to the NFC Championship game in 2004 when they took on the Falcons, and he said that. I mean, obviously I was still young at the time, but seeing it 13 years later, and that, I mean, yeah, like my dad says it best here. There's nothing like Eagles playoff at the Link. It's definitely electric for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I remember that game against Atlanta, James.
Oh yeah,
That
I was watching it last night too.
The Hollis Thomas hit on Michael Vick is like
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that's legendary.
it's so cringing.
The
I gotta
LG
ask you guys
or the
this.
Dawkins hit on LG Crumpler. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
let me ask you guys this real quick, and then we'll go to the keys of the game. Which hit is better, the Brandon Graham strip sack or the Howard Thomas sack on Michael Vick?
Oh,
that's a good
it's
one.
the Graham because
Yeah,
It's
BG.
the Graham. Yeah.
PG.
the
it's
Graham
to
for
win
me.
the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
and it was even it's kind of fitting that a Michigan guy strips another Michigan guy.
I
So
know.
it's
I don't know
kinda
how I
fitting.
felt about that at first.
It's
I was
You
like,
know?
wait, I got the Super Bowl, but my Michigan guy fumbled the ball and lost the game. So I'm
because
like,
the other Michigan guy. So
I
It's like,
know.
it's like hit and miss.
yeah,
I know. I still don't know what to feel.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. Last year, Tom Brady talked about it during a game
Yeah.
that he was calling with the Eagles, and he's like, "Yeah, me and Brandon have had talked about it," and I said, the alumni meetings and alumni parties from Michigan are going to be really interesting between me and you. He's like, "It's all love, baby. It's all love." He's like,
I
It
So,
was
you
either
guys-
him or the
he's like, you
Tuck
guys-
Lord with Charles Woodson. Or either
Oh,
him.
yeah.
that the tuck rule that happened. What was it? Buffalo.
Yeah.
Eric
Brady was
Buffalo,
on the game, and the guy Pereira was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, this looks like the tuck rule. You might be familiar with that, Tom." And you just heard silence, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, Tom Brady
Mic
must be
drop.
like, he's like, "I'm getting paid a lot of money. I'm getting
If you
paid a lot
guys
of
had
money."
to pick, right? If you guys had to pick, we got some time left. 15 minutes until the show closes. Your big key of the game. We're each gonna have one key of the game. What is it gonna be? I'm gonna lead off here. It's not I don't usually get the chance to lead off. So for me, just run the ball. That is mine. Just give Saquon Barkley and Tank Bigsby the ball. And have Jalen Hurts run the ball as well, because I think it was against the Commanders. No, the game before that, he only ran the ball for 5 yards. And I'm like, you can't do that. You can't. You got to mix it up. You got to make the defense guess what you're going to do. So for me, run the ball.
That's a valid
James?
point. It's a valid point because like you think about it, that's kind of like in the same kind of philosophy I'm at with you. Is because that's the thing. I mean, they do have two running backs they could run the ball with. I mean, they got Saquon, they got Tank, they got a real good dynamic duo with that running game. I mean, and it works. I mean, that's the thing that annoyed me last week with Patullo. It's like Terry McKee was back to pass like 44 or 45 times, and he ran the ball only 17 times. It's like that shit can't happen. That shit just can't seriously happen in the playoffs, because once you give Brock Purdy a chance to come back, you're dead. You're done. It's kind of like it's plain and simple. It's like if that's your brand, in the words of Danny Bonaducci would say to Eric Young, if that's your brand, bitch, you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah. James, what is your key of the game? And then we'll go into the comments after.
Yeah, so my keys to for me, defense just has to be the same defense. I just want to see that same level of defense. I would love to see the same level of feel I've had all year long with Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. It'll be good to see Nakobe back after missing a couple games here too. But yeah, I mean, it's just I just want to see some poise out of that offensive side. I want to see some excitement, you know? I mean, that's the thing. I worry about Patillo. I mean, this is the one thing that worries about me during the week is because, okay, the defense is not the problem. What's up, Adam? How you doing, buddy? So the other thing, too, that it's the X factor in this game is that we don't have to worry about that defense. That defense is a Super Bowl caliber defense. The offensive side of the ball, I worry that Kevin Patillo is going to have like a deer in the headlights type of game. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know. That's all I've been thinking about all week. It's just like I don't know if Kevin Patillo is sustainable enough to have a balanced offense to try to get us back to the divisional round. And I don't know if he's sustainable to try to make good plays in the playoffs. But then again, hopefully the possum in the back of me, whatever it is probably like trying to tell me something. But I gotta see it to believe it. But I'm not worried about the defense, but I'm very concerned how that offense has been playing the last handful of weeks.
Yep. And Eileen says sack the quarterback. That is his.
Bruce
says don't turn over the ball. Secure the ball. That's honestly one of the biggest ones you can ever think of. So, Joe, what is your biggest key of the game?
Well, I don't know what James's inner possum is saying to him, but I know that my inner possum is saying the same thing.
I wish it was a porcupine.
What about a groundhog for Groundhog Day?
Right?
Wait, James, what about a squirrel?
I'm trying to regain my composure. And you guys are driving this further off the road.
What about a bunny?
Oh,
wow.
No.
If it's a positive bunny, I think it's probably near.
No, it's dead. It got
it is.
It got
no jingles or mascots. I guess it was sponsored by NG.
But here's my thing. I'm gonna say my key to the game is the same as it was last week, and it's simple. In one, I trust. It has to be Jalen Hurts at the command. If he's commanding that offense, and he's able to, just like Bruce said, no turnovers. Mitch, a lot like you said, run the game, but Jalen Hurts is in control, and really where it boils down to is making sure that the offense always stays in control of the game. Because James just said it earlier, we're not worried about this defense. We're not worried about our defense, and that is fair.
Yeah.
But if our offense can take control of the game, and that starts with one, that's where I say this game turns on can be completely taken over and be a boat race. And that's where the Niners really fear. If you shrink the game and time of possession starts, going 2/3 to the Eagles and 1/3 to the Niners, that's bad news for the Niners because they don't have strong enough offense to score quickly enough. They don't have home run hitters. Jalen Hurts has a home run hitter when he wants to.
Right.
The problem is what people don't always realize is it's not that Jalen hasn't taken those home runs all the time. They haven't been there all the time. That's number one. Number two, the idea that playing small ball sometimes is better than hitting the home run.
Yeah.
I know that might ring true for some people that watch the Phillies, but it's the truth in the Eagles situation.
Hey, they're getting Bo Bichette though. Bo knows best, I guess.
I gotta ask you, do you believe in him? That's too
Oh, I'm
funny.
a believer. I'm a believer. You got that right.
I didn't believe her
I
if I
watched
tried.
his daddy play. Believe me, if he plays a third like his daddy, he's a Philly through and through.
I would go after Biggio though. I want Biggio in tribute of him. A friend of mine that used to piss me off about Craig Biggio's home run that gave the Phillies. He always tells me all the time, it's like, yo, dude, you got to be there. It's like that Biggio home run almost broke my best friend's heart.
You know, the problem is I worry
He was a
about
Philly killer too.
I'm losing my guy, possibly losing my guy's Stott. Because I don't know if they can
Yeah.
get rid of so we'll see. But the Eagles need to play small ball. So
Sure.
they need to shrink the game, and that starts with believing in one. So in one, I trust. That's my key to the game.
Well, Bruce is like, do you think we should resign J2? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like that's the big storyline. Who's going to be your catcher?
I don't think we will.
I don't think we will either. Going to tell you honestly, Bruce. But the last thing I'll say about this too, about the Eagles game, it's something I try to bring up. I tried to bring up earlier, but it just dawned on me right now too. Anthony Gargano had his show on a couple of days ago, along with his colleague Violations Greg, aka AVG, and he basically said the Eagles looks. In that game against the Commanders, they played scared, and that's what I worry about with Kevin Patullo this week is that I don't want him to be scared shitless against this 49er team. I mean, I want him to have. I just hope
That's why I think this is different because there's nothing to be scared about anymore. There's no tomorrow.
Sure.
Like there is no tomorrow. Like Mitch said, and I think it's true, that Kevin Patullo will lose his job regardless, whether it's win or loss. So in Kevin Patullo's mind, if you're going to lose your job, win or lose, you might as well win, because if you win more and you get further into you get to that Super Bowl championship and you win that, Mitch, win or lose, he wins the Super Bowl championship. It'll give him better job choices than if he loses he just loses in the wild card. Well, he'll get a pick of the litter.
Well, let me say this too, especially. You think if Patullo leaves, I mean, and the craziest part about it is too that's the stuff that dawns on me too. It's that has experience of this for 18 years. You would have thought maybe 5, maybe 8 or something. That's like 2 decades. And he has little to no success.
But I have a secret though, James.
What's that?
I want him to go to the Giants because the Cowboys
they have a good
with the Cowboys are already screwed there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Commanders are screwed by being owned by Joshua Harris.
Sure.
And then you send Kevin Patullo as the head coach for the New York Giants. The Eagles run this division for the next 5 years.
I think he goes to the Raiders. I got to say right now, I think he goes to the Raiders. Because
and God bless.
I've been saying Raiders.
Pete Carroll. God bless Pete Carroll. You washed up USC.
Dude, that team over there, that franchise, that is a shit show on top of a shit show. I mean, they signed Pete Carroll for 3 years, and then 1 year later, they're going to, okay, nice knowing you, Pete Carroll. Goodbye.
Yeah, and get this, James.
Hey, bye. Have a wonderful time.
I don't disagree with you. I wanted to text Scott Churchson because he's a Giants fan that the Giants actually had, if they would have lost last week, they would have had a chance at the number 1 pick, or at least the number 2 overall pick. The interesting thing about the Raiders, James,
that's weird,
is as bad as they are, guess how much their franchise is still worth?
Billions.
Over $1 billion. Over $1 billion. I'm like, that team can't beat college teams.
You know what annoys me with the Raiders? Is that Tom Brady works for Fox, and he also is a minority owner. It's like you can't have it both ways. Like even Chris Russo brought it up a couple weeks ago on Mad Dog. He's like, you can't have it both ways. It's either that you are a GM with the Raiders or you're working with Fox. But the problem is he gets away with anything. I mean, he could go tomorrow. He can get away with anything.
It's the same logic. What Fox is notorious for doing this. Derek Jeter is a minority owner with the Miami Marlins. He's still on Fox. So who cares? Like,
because he's Derek Jeter. It's the same thing with Tom Brady because he's Tom fucking Brady. Pardon my French.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap it up with predictions, and then I want you guys to say something special about Steampunk because Steampunk Sports PA because the channel's been 1 year old. So
Wow.
we're gonna start off with James here. James, prediction and thoughts about Steampunk being 1 year. Steampunk Sports PA.
Well, I got the Eagles hopefully winning on Sunday. I see. Even though it's a close game, but I still see the Eagles winning this one. So I say my prediction is 24-21 Eagles. Only reason why it's close is because of Kevin Patullo probably taking us there. I mean, if it's only going to come down to the defense, or probably a game-winning field goal. So I got the Eagles winning 24-21. But speaking of 2000, I'm sorry, being what was it, a year for Hardcore Sports Network?
No, Hardcore Sports has been around for more than that. But
okay.
Steampunk Sports PA, it's been around for 1 year.
Well, it's been a fun ride, obviously. Hopefully the best is yet to come for us, obviously. So I had the best of fun with it. I want to say thanks to Scott Churston for bringing us in, and more than anything, who also brought us in here on this platform. It's been fun that I've been talking some sports with you guys. And I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. It means a real lot to me. I have real good friends and also friends and family that are really supportive throughout all this. And let's keep the trend going. Let's keep the tradition going to make it 2 years next year.
James and Joe, you guys had a wild ride because you guys had the Phillies post games here. You got James, you had the Hockey Night on Broad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you guys are doing This Week in Flyers Hockey, which is also on Hardcore Sports Network. And you're doing this. So you guys this has been a long year for you guys. Joe.
It's worth it though. I need it though.
You know, I brought first off, my prediction is very simple. I think this is going to be a 31-13 rout by the Eagles. I think that the Eagles are going to go in and they're going to make San Francisco their whiner self all over again. The San Francisco 49ers will then turn into the San Francisco Whiners once again, and they will go back to wine country. They will go back to wine country and they will squish a bunch of grapes into a barrel and drink a bunch of really sour wine. So, because they have sour grapes. Anyhow, so that being said, Steampunk PA 1 year. I said it earlier about Patterson Ave Sports Show being 8 years coming up soon. I talked to Mitch, I talked to Scott, me and James, we started with Wildfire. We went to EOP, and when EOP folded, we were looking for a new home, and we were blessed. We scouted, and we were blessed to land with Hardcore and Mitch and Steampunk PA with Scott Churston. They welcomed us in with open arms. They welcomed our ideas in with open arms. They welcomed us in with the immense amount of support. Look, for those people who are still new and trying to find out what kind of entertainment can I watch today, if you want the best in sports entertainment, Steampunk PA and Hardcore Sports is the way to go. And Steampunk being 1 year, it's just going to grow bigger and bigger. There's many things that both me and James have on the horizon, and there are things that even I know there are things that Scott Churston has on the horizon for Steampunk PA. And so everybody stay tuned. It's just the beginning.
Appreciate it. My turn for the predictions and what I got to say. But yes, Bruce, the Sixers are playing tonight against the Orlando Magic. I am streaming that game on my personal channel, so make sure you guys tune in for that. What is up, Johnny? What is up, Greg John? How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. So my prediction as first, I got the Eagles winning 24-18. No, wait, no. 24-21. I'm going to go 24-21 here. I'm going with James here. I just feel like
same score as mine.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless you want me to change that, I'm going 21-18.
No, you're fine.
I'm going
24-20. I'll make mine 24-20.
I'm going 21-18. I'm going 21-18. Yes,
Okay.
I'm putting in the trust in Jake Elliott. I don't know why. I just am. So for me, I got the Eagles winning 21-18. I feel like this defense is going to carry the offense, and Jalen Hurts cannot throw for 0 yards in the one half again. Cannot happen. For me, just run the ball. If we run the ball with Bigsby, Barkley, I am A-okay. A-okay. So,
I just don't know who the Niners are going to have scored 2 touchdowns. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, when you said A-OK, it reminded me of Bryson Stott's walk-up song.
yeah, yep, that's why I did it.
I was just thinking.
All right, so Stream Punk Sports PA has been around for 1 year, right? I've been here since the beginning. I first started off on Stream Punk Sports, the main channel. Then we made it to PA because, to be centered around the PA audience. We were doing Sixers post games. We had Flyers post games. We had everything on the horizon. Now we only have this week of Flyers hockey. Now we got Fly Like an Eagle podcast. This is considered the main show here on the channel. So really appreciate everyone tuning in to this. More stuff is coming around on the horizon. Shout out to my guy Scott Churchton. Shout out to my other guys, man, from EOP. If that whole thing didn't happen, we would not been here in the beginning. So shout out to them as well. So for me, guys, fly Eagles fly. Congrats on the 1 year Stream Punk. And yes, let's go Birds, man. Let's go Birds. What is up, Bruce? Yep. I appreciate that, Bruce. Appreciate that. We got so many other channels here on the network. We got so many. We got Stream Punk Sports Cinema. We got Stream Punk Stream Punk Cinema. We got Stream Punk Lacrosse. Soccer. We got so many. Like, there's so many channels in this thing. It's crazy. But with that being said, guys, fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go, Birds. I am excited. You guys got anything to say before we head on out?
No, just, I should apologize for calling Tom Brady a little bit of an awkward term here. But, all joking aside, though, he is a great player. I guess you can do whatever you want. And yeah, but the other thing too is that obviously it's that hopefully we come back next week and hopefully we'll see that background, seeing the link, like I guess like the one thing that is for sure that hopefully we'll have another home playoff game next week. Hopefully that'll be the best thing to come out of it, and hopefully we'll make it 3 if Seattle gets eliminated too.
Well, I'll get a little corny with you, Mitch. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Philly.
All right. There you go, guys. There you go. We'll catch you all later. Go Birds. That is right.
Go Birds.
We'll catch you all later, man. Like, share, subscribe, and go Birds. We are out. Peace.